Hey traders, it's Tuesday, and seems like every time I make a video, I'm starting off by saying the same thing. I wasn't planning on making a video, but then a thing happened and it just became something that I wanted to talk about. So here I am once again making another video because there's a couple of interesting things that I wanted to get to. I'm going to try and make it quick. I don't want to go on forever. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about today is how you should don't ever let yourself get married to the idea of, oh, I'm going to go long or short today because I read the news and it says, somebody says the stock market's going to fall out again real hard today, and somebody else says, oh, we're going to rebound today. Like, all the pundits have always got something to say every single day. No matter what the macro conditions of things are, it's people's jobs to basically give their predictions and talk about what they think is going to happen. I mean, like, financial journalists, this is their living. They get paid to talk about this stuff and write about this stuff. So, of course, it's in their best interest to say, oh, I think that, everything's going to tank today, or, oh, we're on the mend, everything's great now. So the point I'm trying to make is simply don't read any average story or whatever you see online that's talking about, here's what I think is going to happen, and then make your trades based on that. Make your trades based on what you see directly right in front of you on the chart. And so that was point number one. Point number two that I wanted to talk about today is that sometimes you can be wrong right away. I was wrong today in the first minute of the day, and I quickly flipped, and I'm going to show this to you in a second. So occasionally you can be wrong, and then you can always flip your position when you see that you were in fact wrong, and you can still come out on top. So today I made like over $645, $650, something like that on SPY and Q. Lately, I haven't really had any sort of confidence on any individual ticker to make me go with individual stocks, but the SPY and the Q is a little bit more predictable, and as predictable as you can get in the stock market. So that's why I've been rolling with SPY and Q for the past week or so. But back to the idea of flipping when you realize that you were wrong. So I'm going to put up my detailed entries and exits today, and you'll see that the only thing that I traded today was SPY and the Qs. But the part that I want you to pay attention to is right at the open, you'll see that I actually bought puts in the first minute or 2 minutes of the day. And that's because I saw a couple of things shaping up on the charts that made me think that we were probably going to be negative right out of the gate. And we were in fact wrong. That didn't happen. We turned positive. So the point is, instead of just holding on, going, oh, I know that it'll turn around, I'm going to be right eventually, I got out, I cut my losses on those couple of contracts that I opened up. I believe I lost around $150 or so on those put contracts that I opened up, but I cut my losses and I quickly flipped. And then I went long because I saw some things shaping up on the charts, and I went, okay, we are actually going to pop today, and today is going to be a green day. It's going to be an up day. And so that's what I did. I got in long, and like I keep saying over and over again, just play the chart. Just play the chart that's right in front of you. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that even though I had an idea before we opened today, first of all, my idea was not based on something I read. My idea was based on what I was seeing on the charts. That's number one. Number two, I quickly flipped my position when I realized that my initial idea was wrong. And we weren't actually going to drop today for the second day in a row. We were going to pop up and be green today. And that also was not based on anything that I read anywhere. It was based on what I saw right in front of me on the charts. So as I always say, just play the chart. Play the chart that's right in front of you. And as long as you understand how to interpret the look of the candlesticks, and you know how to interpret price action, and you're nimble enough to actually pull the trigger and make quick decisions, you should be okay. You know, I mean, it's as simple as that. I got out all my contracts right before that first little pullback that we had, and in hindsight, you know, I could have left a few contracts open and ridden it for the rest of the day, but I didn't really have a lot of confidence in what was going to happen today. So although I was happy that I made the move and got in long, I wasn't necessarily thinking that it was going to be an all-day thing, because everything is still extremely choppy and it's extremely volatile. So I still don't have a lot of confidence in any particular thing happening. And that's why I also will talk about calculated risk. Now, going back to the last video I made about letting my one SPY and one Q put contract roll over the weekend, that was a calculated risk. I had one contract each. Now, if I had left 10 contracts or 15 contracts open over the weekend, I would consider that to be an undisciplined, risky type of risk, which is not something that you want to do. So, you know, it's all of these things all at the same time. You want to see the big picture, you want to see longer time frames, you want to see shorter time frames, but most importantly, when you're actually in the trade, look at what's happening right in front of you and say, what can I do right now to make me money? And then make your moves based off of that. And that's what I did today. So hopefully that made sense to everybody. Pretty simple concept. You know, trading is actually really simple. It's only complicated and difficult and scary when you allow it to become difficult and complicated and scary. It definitely does not need to be. Before I get out of here, once again, my new book, The Lone Wolf Trader Presents Mastering the Mental Game. It's out now. Pick it up if you haven't already read it. I think it's really good. I think you'll dig it. And my first book, Secrets of the Lone Wolf Trader, still available. Both of those are on Amazon. And my complete options day trading video course is, of course, available. It's over 7 hours long, contains over 40 lessons. If you like what I'm talking about on my YouTube channel here, you'll definitely enjoy the video course, because I get into a lot of the things that I talk about on my YouTube, but in even greater detail and description. So go pick that up if you don't already have it. Till next time, good luck with your trades, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.